Hi, welcome to another episode of the Ambient Mellotron here on the Ambient iPad. Let's make some music. You read the title right. I'm back with the MkII Rock Guitar for one simple reason. I forgot to use pitch bend last time, and pitch bend sounds pretty good with the rock guitar. The signal chain is the Mellotron M4000D Mini. Its master analog mono output goes into a Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 interface, which communicates back and forth with the iPad Pro through a USB-C hub that also lets me power the iPad at the same time. Let me get just one effect set up so you can hear the MkII Rock Guitar. Right now the Scarlett is set up. apeMatrix is set up really for the two direct outputs, so I just need to go in here and switch that to the first, just USB 1. I'm going to just add some compression just so I can sample the sound, and again, add in some pitch bend, which I neglected to use last time. So I'm just going to use Rough Rider, very good straight ahead compressor. It's a good preset in here that I like called Nice Start, if I can get to it. Okay, we're having trouble here. There we go. Nice Start. Essentially the settings close enough that I would use anyways. Let's route this to the output. And here is MkII Rock Guitar. And I'll add some pitch bend in. That's the basic sound. Let's keep adding some effects in. Next, let's use some modulation. I used chorus last time, so I'll use phaser, and I'll use the FAC Phaser. Just going to use moderate phase. Let me connect this to the output. Very subtle. Part of the reason it's subtle is because right now we're processing the sound through the effects in a parallel manner. So we've got the compressed sound going directly to the output, the phase sound going to the direct output. I'll keep that going for all these effects, but then I'm going to start playing around with some serial positions, essentially like a guitar pedal board where the compressed sound will go into the phaser will go into delay, and a delay into a reverb, etc., and that changes the effect strength or perception of they just seem a little more stronger than when I'm going in parallel. One thing I did notice is with the phaser, the sound just gets a little abrasive and edgy, so I'm going to turn the tone down. I'll play a few notes with the tone all the way up, and then I'll turn the tone down a bit. Just down to about 1 o'clock, just takes that really high abrasive edge off. Let's keep going. I'd like to add in some delay. Because of the nature of apeMatrix, where you can route things just by touching an input to an output, it doesn't really matter what direction or order that the effects are in, because you can route things anyway. But I'm going to try to go in the manner that I would if I was doing this serial like a guitar pedal board. So Imaginando K7D, another app that's recently been updated. Now all my presets are back and accessible, so we'll use the basic tape delay. I do want to sync this though, and I want to sync it to eighth notes. Let's just try this, so let's route this to the output. So not too dramatic, but I don't want to mess with settings yet until I get these set up in the order that I want them. One thing I do want to do, though, is have this ping pong, so there's a bit of a stereo feel to it. All right, let's keep going. I'd like to add Undulator, just for a different type of movement. Maybe we'll switch back between the delay and Undulator. Let's go into Let's try this. So again, it's there, but all of the effects currently just sound a bit tame. But good. I actually like this. And finally, let's add in some reverb. Today, I think I want to use Audio Reverb. I've used Black Hole the last few videos. And a big space. Let's try Big Gothic Church. Turn off the modulation. Let's connect that. So I want the reverb to be more dramatic, but the settings here, the dry wet is high. This is where we're gonna, let's start routing things so that everything eventually goes out to the reverb. So let me just play the sound once more. This is all the effects in parallel. Now let's have the compression go into the phaser, and then the phaser go into the delay, and the delay go into Undulator, and then everything goes out through the reverb. Let's hear what this sounds like. Now I do have the parallel sounds going as well, so it's a combination of the two. So immediately there's a volume boost, but the effects, particularly Undulator, because everything is going into Undulator and then out the reverb, Undulator just seems a lot stronger now. But we're losing the delay, so let's try flipping that. So we'll have everything go into the delay and then the delay out to the reverb. So move that over there. Whoops, and that there. Let's try this. So it's kind of flipped now, right? Undulator is really pushed into the background and the delay is more in the foreground. So what I'd like to do though is let me go back to the way I had it before and let's take out all of the parallel direct sounds. I say direct, but I mean direct that the compressed sound to the output, the phaser sound to the output, the delay, undulator, reverb, all separately. Now everything is going into the reverb, but I have to have the output for the reverb. You won't hear anything. So this is what this sounds like with all the parallel gone. We boost the volume a little because essentially the effects have all evened out, but we've lost a bit of volume here. So let me just jack this up so you can hear. So all the effects. Let's now try everything through. So we'll have everything going into the delay, and then the delay goes directly to the reverb, and just the undulator sound goes directly to the reverb too. So you really lose undulator there. And then it's back. So I may do that during the improv, switch back and forth like that. But essentially, those are the effects I want to use, and that's kind of an explanation of the routing. So as you can see, there's a lot of options here for what, once you even pick the effects, you can manipulate how strong they are, how much in the foreground, and how much in the background you are depending how you route the effects into one another. All right, so I do want to play a little with the levels only because, as you heard, when I had everything going in in this manner and took out all the direct stuff, again, the direct effect sounds, the volume floor, the volume went down significantly. So I do want to check that out. And then we'll come back and I'll do an improv with Mark II Rock Guitar once again. We'll add some pitch bend in there and just a different effect set than last time. In addition to using pitch bend here and there, I also used some different effects than last time. For parts of this improv, the Imaginando tape delay was more in the forefront, while Undulator and the little movement that it created was further in the back. By changing the routing in apeMatrix while I was playing, I then brought Undulator forward and pushed the delay a little into the back. apeMatrix is really good in the flexibility it gives you to use effects either in a serial or a parallel manner or a combination of both, and that really has a big impact on what effects are brought forward, which ones are put more in the background, and the overall sound. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and good luck with your own music.